Nowadays, you can find a wide variety of whole grains in most supermarkets. Anything from barley to kamut, rye, and einkorn. And that is good news for home cooks looking for a little variety, because you can add these to all number of recipes, from soups and stews to cakes and casseroles. And today, Keith's going to show us his favorite.
Yeah, I love cooking with whole grains. They're hearty, nutritious, satisfying, as well as being versatile. So today, I'm going to cook with wheat berries, which is my favorite. And we're going to incorporate that into a simple salad. Nice. So we have to cook them first. There are a couple different options for whole grains. We can treat them like rice and cook them with an absorption method or pilaf method. And that's where you're cooking the grains with a set amount of liquid. Now, we didn't really like that method because we found that some of the grains would absorb enough water to hydrate and cook, but other parts of the pot would not fully hydrate and they would be raw and kind of grainy. So we don't want that. So we're actually going to treat the wheat berries like pasta. And we're going to cook them in a copious amount of water.
Copious.
Copious. So I have 2 quarts of water. I'm just going to add 2 teaspoons of salt and 1 cup of wheat berries. Very, very simple. I'm just going to stir this, make sure that the salt is dissolved and those grains are not sticking to one another. And then we're simply going to simmer this for 60 to 80 minutes. If you soak these ahead of time, which is always a good idea, you can shorten that to about 45 to 60 minutes.
Okay, so the key here is 2 quarts of water to 1 cup of grain.
Yeah, any type of whole grain will work like this. And we actually have a chart online for all these grains and their cooking times.
Right.
It's been 60 minutes, and let's check the progress of our wheat berries. It's great. They have a little bit of snap to them, which is exactly what you want from wheat berries, so they're ready to go. We're just going to drain these.
They smell good.
They do smell good.
They have a nice weedy flavor.
Nutty, weedy. Okay, so I'm just going to take these out of the colander, and I'm just going to lay these onto a rim baking sheet. Now this will allow them to cool, but it will also allow any excess moisture that we have on there to evaporate. Perfect. 15 minutes, we can make the salad components.
Okay.
Like I said, we're just making a simple salad here. It's going to start with a shallot. Horizontal first, and then thin vertical cuts this way. Spin it around.
Nicely done.
Nice fine mince. Now, so we have our shallots. I'm just going to make a quick dressing here. I have 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Now, usually if we're making a leafy green salad, we use a ratio of 3 to 1, 3 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. Grains can take a little bit more vinegar, a little bit more acidity, so we're using a ratio of 3 to 2. So 3 parts olive oil to 2 parts vinegar. Half teaspoon of table salt and a half teaspoon of black pepper. And we'll just whisk that together.
That's a simple dressing.
Very simple. Okay, so that's that. Now, for the other salad components, I have half a head of radicchio. So I'm just going to take the core out like that. Now I like to cut it into quarters, and then, much like cabbage, which is exactly what this is kind of teeny cabbage, I take out the core, and that allows me to kind of push it down like that and get a nice flat surface. I'm just going to chop this about 1/2-inch pieces. Okay, radicchio is done. Now I'm also going to add 1 cup of parsley leaves. That looks great, so we have the nice red and green holiday colors here. So one more thing, we have a 1/4 cup of dried cherries for sweetness.
Oh, nice.
And I also have some toasted pecans. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup now, and we're going to reserve a 1/4 cup for later on to garnish the top. So we're going to let that sit. We're going to let our grains cool, and then we can toss the salad.
Great.
It's been 15 minutes, and the grains have dried off nicely, and they're cool. So I'm just going to slide these into our bowl ever so carefully. Before I pour, I like to work most of the grains down to the corner.
Yep.
So now that they're bunched down here, it's a lot easier to transfer over. I think that is good. So I'm just going to toss this around nicely, make sure that vinaigrette is coating everything. Oh, this looks beautiful, doesn't it?
It is a beautiful salad.
I'm just going to transfer this over to a serving dish. You can see by the glisten that that vinaigrette is now coated everything nicely.
That is a looker. That would be great for a holiday table.
Yes, you can double it, you can triple it, you can serve as many people as you need to with this.
And you can make it ahead.
And so this is our remainder of our toasted pecans, just a 1/4 cup here.
Oh, and they'll stay nice and crisp if they're on top.
Right. And one last addition, I have a 1/4 cup of blue cheese here.
Oh.
Really love the salty, tangy flavor that blue cheese adds to this.
Blue cheese, pecans, and radicchio. Yes, please. That is gorgeous.
We are ready to eat.
All right.
Serve you.
Thank you.
Make sure we get a little bit of everything in the bowl here.
Fill her up. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodness, that's pretty. All right. Going in. What a terrific balance of flavors. I like that the vinaigrette is on the bright side because those wheat berries are pretty rich and it really balances them out.
Yeah, and plus that radicchio is bitter, so having some acidity to balance that as well is really nice.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of radicchio, but it is delicious in this. The cherries are also a bit of a surprise, and I love them in here.
They're a little bit big, so every once in a while you get a pop of sweetness from the cherries. It's really nice. It's a little surprise.
Yeah. Keith, this is delicious.
Oh, I'm glad you like this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you want to make this delicious and healthy salad, simmer wheat berries in a pot of salted water for about an hour. Let the cooked wheat berries cool on a baking sheet, then toss with a flavorful dressing. From America's Test Kitchen, a fabulous recipe for wheat berry salad with radicchio, dried cherries, and pecans. You can find this recipe and all the recipes and product reviews from the season, along with select episodes, at our website, americastestkitchen.com/TV. This is my kind of food.
Really satisfying.
Yeah. Thanks for watching America's Test Kitchen. What'd you think?
Well, leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or you can just say hello.
You can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
I'll see you later.